Hi everyone, and welcome to the latest Corgi range announcement detailing the new models planned to arrive between May and August this year. Starting with Aviation Archive, this announcement has the largest selection of new releases for some time, as well as the return of some of the biggest models we've ever produced. We're delighted to confirm that 1/32nd scale aircraft are back. The legendary P-51D Mustang was one of the most successful fighters in the Second World War, and the pilot of this beautiful example was the most successful of all Mustang pilots. Major George Preddy was the highest scoring ace in the time before he was killed by friendly fire on December 25, 1944. This model replicates the final Mustang he flew. We're debuting a Messerschmitt Bf 109F in the range with our second 1/32nd scale release. The first time we've released this type of 109 in any scale. This model also portrays one of the most successful aces of the Second World War, with an aircraft flown by Hans Joachim Marseille, the highest scoring pilot against Western aircraft in the Second World War. Moving back into our standard model scales, we have a new First World War release with this Fokker Eindecker piloted by Lieutenant Joseph Jacobs. One of the conflict's highest scoring aces, Jacobs cut his teeth on the Eindecker before becoming the pilot with the highest tally on the iconic Fokker Dreidecker. Returning to the range for the first time since 2014 is the Hawker Hurricane Mark II-C, featuring an aircraft with a highly distinctive nose art that featured in a Pathé newsreel of 1941 that first revealed the upgraded Hurricane to the British public. Our hugely popular Messerschmitt Me-410 returns to the range again, this time configured as the mount of Eduard Tratt, the highest scoring Zestora ace of the Second World War. And the Messerschmitt Me-262 is back as well, this time in a configuration we've never released before. Featuring two bombs attached to the nose of the aircraft, this model looks quite different from every other release of this iconic early jet fighter that we've ever made. Heading to the Pacific Theatre, we have a pair of very unusual liveried aircraft for you. The first is a Mitsubishi Zero in a unique dual colour finish that operated as part of a fighter bomber unit operating in Papua New Guinea in late 1943. The second is a Lockheed P-38J Lightning featuring a rare blue and silver paint finish, as well as some eye-catching nose art. This aircraft was the only example in the 433rd Fighter Squadron to receive its fully completed paint job. Next we have two paired releases from two different conflicts, but both aircraft are flown by the same pilot. This smaller scale release of the P-51D Mustang is in the eye-catching livery of Moonbeam McSwine, as piloted by Thomas Wisner Jr. in the Second World War. He used this aircraft to achieve his first ace status. Wisner Jr. later fought in the Korean War flying the F-86E Sabre, where he became an ace again. He was one of the rare pilots to become an ace in both the Second World War and the Korean War. And finally, for the Aviation Archive selection in this announcement, the huge 1/72nd scale Avro Vulcan is back, this time in partnership with the Vulcan Restoration Trust based at Southend Airport in Essex. This aircraft undertakes multiple fast taxi runs every year for the public, and this year celebrates 40 years at Southend. Moving on to Vanguards, we have the return of the Vauxhall Nova to the range for the first time in 15 years. The Triumph TR6 is also back for a rare appearance, this time in French blue. Heading on to Ford models, the Ford Granada Mark II is back in Caspian blue. We finally got around to producing a Ford Fiesta Mark I Supersport in diamond white. Our new Ford Fiesta Mark II tooling is arriving as a 1.4 Gia in willow green. The Ford Capri Mark II debuts in an eye-catching signal yellow finish. We've also got a very special Ford Escort Mark II RS2000 Custom, recognised as the most perfect surviving example of the type on the classic car circuit. This vehicle in Tuscan beige with a chocolate brown interior is affectionately nicknamed Werther's. Moving on to more modern vehicles, the Ford Focus RS is arriving in the moody magnetic grey. Finally for Vanguards, the Ford Mustang 55 5.0 V8 is coming in grab a lime. This special edition of the legendary Mustang was released to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the type. Our pop culture range expands with some brand new releases in our Wallace and Gromit collection, featuring one of the most iconic vehicles the beloved plasticine duo are known for. The red Triumph motorcycle and sidecar debuted over 30 years ago in their third adventure, A Close Shave, and appeared again in Vengeance Most Foul at Christmas 2024. We're producing both versions of the bike at once, with the Close Shave version featuring Wallace and Gromit and a ladder accessory, all ready for the next window cleaning job. The Vengeance Most Foul version features Gromit and Smart Gnome Norbot along with the towering gnoming device mounted on the back of the bike. Some assembly may be required with this one. And finally, we have a new Star Trek model joining our growing fleet with the impending arrival of the USS Enterprise NCC-1701E. This ship first appeared in Star Trek First Contact 30 years ago this year and fits beautifully into the range as the Star Trek franchise itself celebrates its 60th anniversary. That's it for this range announcement, but stay tuned for further updates on our Aviation Archive and Vanguards new tooling projects on our social media and Diecast Diaries blog. Plus, in July, we have the small matter of Corgi's 70th anniversary and the Royal International Air Tattoo, where we'll once again be in attendance. Look out for some special announcement to come. Thanks for watching.